Okay, so right now I want to talk about feeling stifled and thinking that everybody out there is judging you, making fun of you, talking shit behind your back, right? And I've never seen so many guys in my life that are so stifled these days, that are so in their heads, that are so reactive. Okay, just feeling like everybody out there is judging them. And the first thing I want you guys to realize is, okay, in order to fix this, you have to understand where this is coming from. How did you become so stifled? Because you weren't born stifled. You weren't born, feeling paranoid that everybody was judging you or everybody was talking smack behind your back. Okay, you weren't born with this feeling. This feeling came from a lifetime, okay? From a lifetime of incidents where people did these things, right? They did these things to you. Whether they made fun of you behind your back, they judged you, right? They were judging you, or they were amogging, right? They were amogging you and trying to poke fun at you. By the way, I'm in San Francisco right now, guys. There goes the Golden Gate. Not the Golden Gate, the Bay Bridge. There goes the Bay Bridge right there. It's actually a really pretty shot, but it's nighttime here, and the reason I'm shooting at night is it's the only time I can drive around here where, the traffic, it's not backed up with traffic, and I can get some really pretty shots of the city for you. Anyway, getting back to the coaching video. By the way, the reason why I'm back here in San Francisco is I'm actually looking for real estate. So I'm going to buy a house out here. I already have a condo out here, but I'm going to buy a house as well. I don't know if I'm going to buy it directly in San Francisco, but probably a little bit outside of San Francisco, just because it's gotten just way too expensive. And not only that, but all the homes here in the city are really, really old. And I don't like homes built prior to the year 2000. I don't like homes that are too old. I like homes that are newer and have like all the new updated technology. That's me. That's just how I am. Because I grew up in my parents' house was like, it was built in the 40s, and I mean, it's constantly breaking down. My parents still own that house, and yeah, it's just old. Anyway, getting back to the coaching video, guys. The reason why you are in your head and you are feeling so stifled, and it's affecting your ability to function as a man and just function as a normal person, right? The reason why you're dealing with all of this social anxiety now is because you've experienced a number of incidents where people have put you in your head, okay? People have put you in your head, and at the time, you didn't have the training to really fight back. You didn't have the training to really stand up for yourself, right? So you might have gotten shouted down, for example, by a feminist or something who was like, that's really sexist, man. You know what, Paul? You're really misogynistic, mister. I don't like the fact that you said that women have to work to be promoted. That sounds sexist to me. Whatever it is you said. And you just kind of got stifled. You're like, yeah, I guess it is sexist. I'm sorry. And then later you ended up kicking yourself like, why did I apologize to this bitch? I didn't say anything wrong, right? So it's incidents like that. I mean, it might not be like that exactly, but along those lines, you've just had shit like that happen to you over and over that have now put you in your head, that have stifled you, right? And again, just going back to realizing before you can fix this stuff, just realizing the source of this. Where did this come from? Okay? Where did this shit originate from? Because you can't fix it until you find out where it came from, right? Historically, where did this all start? If we review your entire life, all of the people who put you in your head, okay? If we could all put them in a basket, if we can all group them, every single one of these people who have put you in your head, and I'm just gonna tell you this, okay? I don't like to curse on my channel either, but I'm gonna have to. Let me just be very, very blunt when I say this. The cunts of the world, okay? The cunts of the world have put you in your head, okay? It's not nice people who put you in your head. It's not good people, okay? It's bad people. Right? It's the cunts of the world, because the cunts of the world are often the angry people of the world. Okay? So the angry cunts of the world who cannot just live and let live, right? That have to bring you down in order to make themselves feel better, have put you in your head. So that's the first thing you have to realize, okay? The people who have done this to you have not been good people. They've been bad people, right? Again, they're the cunts of the world, you know, and they have their own issues. I mean, obviously, like I said, most of these people have anger issues. This is why they have no problem creating conflict with you. They have no problem attacking you. They have no problem being hostile towards you. They have no problem trying to shout you down, shame you, yell at you, make you feel insecure about yourself. They have no problem doing these things because they are miserable with themselves. They are unhappy with themselves. So like a cancer, you know, as they say, misery loves company. Like a cancer, they want to spread it onto you. Okay, they want to spread it onto you. And a lot of times they're successful doing it, right? They're successful doing it because dark energy is very powerful, okay? Dark energy it tends to overpower good energy. Okay, you notice whenever you go dark or you kind of let your anger take over, you feel a lot more powerful than you normally do. All of a sudden your energy levels kick up, your testosterone levels kick up, your adrenaline kicks up, right? Your alertness kicks up, because anger is actually a very, very powerful tool. You know, it's a very, very powerful tool. And and you could use it for good or bad. And it just so happens that the people we're talking about use it for bad. They use it to hurt other people. They use it to make people question themselves. And the people who end up going in their head, sadly, are people who are generally pretty cool people, right? They're generally good people. They're not looking for any trouble. So if this is you, you're probably a good guy. Or if you're a woman watching this for any reason, you're probably a good girl. And you know what? People see that, especially people who are bad, especially, angry people. People are bad, the cunts of the world. They can sense that off of you, that you're probably not going to fight back. And just like a bully, bullies look for easy targets, right? They see you as an easy target, and then they come after you. They attack, right? And it's sad because it's not like the angry cunts of the world are attacking other angry cunts of the world, because that would be a better match, right? That would be a more fair match. Then they could really bring each other down, as opposed to going after people who are good and trying to, bring down good people and turn good people evil. Yeah, it's just not cool. This is why sometimes, like, if I'm in a venue and somebody starts acting cunty like that and tries to start amogging, and when somebody amogs and they call you out and they're like, oh, look at your shirt, look at your hair, like some of my haters right on my channel, look at your shirt, look at your hair, look at those rings, blah, 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 look at those rings. That's right, I'm wearing the rings. What are they essentially trying to get you to do? When they do shit like that, they're trying to get you to qualify yourself to them. They're trying to put you in your head so that you qualify yourself. Like, no, my grandma gave me this ring, or whatever, They're trying to make you do all that. Whereas the correct thing to do is to go in the opposite direction and turn it back on them and be like, hey, what about you? Right? If you even want to waste your energy. Most times I don't even bother. Sometimes I do if I feel like having fun with them. But most times I don't, because I know what they're trying to do. So now that you know why you're so stifled and why you're so much in your own head and why your state has sunk from where it once was when you were younger, and you're no longer feeling good in your own body, but now you're questioning every single thing you do and you're feeling stifled like that, now you know where it came from. Now you know the source, the low value source of all of the mental demons that are now haunting you. Okay? So now, as a grown man or a grown woman, if you're a female, happen to be watching this, it is up to you to let that go. Okay? Because you know the source. Okay? You know it came from a very wicked, evil, dark place. dark, angry people, the cunts of the world, and you could choose to hold on to it and continue letting it control you, or you can simply let it go and just get back out there, go to sleep tonight, get a good night's sleep, wake up in the morning fresh as a new person, and just ready to be yourself without apology, without hesitation, without feeling intimidated, without feeling shy or nervous about wanting to just express who you are. Okay? Because now you know the only people out there who are ever going to try to challenge you or bring conflict, if they don't like what you're doing or what you're saying, the only people who are going to do it are the cunts of the world, right? The cunty, angry people of the world who you can't change. Those people are always going to be like that, son. I have to tell you, man. You know, I mean, and you could believe me when I tell you this stuff because, you know, I've been out there doing game for the last, you know, since the 90s, right? Actually, since the 80s, like late 80s, if we want to go back to when I was in high school and I was sneaking out of my parents' house to go to these clubs and whatnot. But I've been dealing with human interaction, I mean, literally practically daily, because I've been going out daily my entire adult life doing pickup and game and interacting with different types of sets and different people and different generations and different ethnic backgrounds and different cultures. And this plays out across age groups, across nationalities, across socioeconomic backgrounds. It doesn't matter. You know, if somebody's a cunt, they're just a cunt, right? And you know what? Whatever their background or upbringing happened to be that produce that type of behavior is not your problem. Okay, it's not your job to save them. Okay, it's their own job, you know, to save themselves, really. But your job, you know, what your responsibility is here is you cannot let them affect your ability to be who you want to be while you're alive, because you're not going to be alive for thousands and thousands of years. You have a very, very short period of time that you're going to be living and breathing, and you're going to be on this earth getting to enjoy everything, right? Getting to enjoy humanity, people, just being alive. And the last thing you want to do is let the cunts of the world stifle you and keep you in your head and keep you from living and being you. Keep you from living the way that you want, right? I mean, I'm out there, like, even when I do games sometimes, you know, because I do pick up in public, obviously, and some guys get jealous, right? If somebody's watching nearby, they get jealous. Or even some girls, like if I passed up a girl that I wasn't attracted to and I picked up her friend, or I picked up another girl at another table, that girl will often like do some dumb shit to try to get my attention, or because she's mad. I've literally had, this has happened more than once, I've had a girl like throw a drink at me, like behind my back, because I passed her up. I don't even know the girl, don't even know who she is. Just passed her up and I went for the hotter girl, you know, and because she's not that hot and I just ignored her, she just took it upon herself to grab her beer or grab her whatever she was drinking and fling it my way, right? You can't control what other people do. You can only control what you do, you know? And most of the time when girls do that, I don't even acknowledge. I just, okay, as long as none of it touched me, right? I'm fine. Right? I don't even acknowledge it. Or when guys get jealous, guys see me approaching girl and they're like, psst, 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 and they do that, right? Psst, psst. Look at that guy. Look at that guy's hair. Oh my God. This guy looks like Greco from Night at the Roxbury. I've gotten that a couple of times. Richard Grieco? So, yeah, I don't pay any attention to it, right? I'm like, hey, if the cunts of the world want to do what they do, which is be cunty, I can't control that. But you know what? I can control how I react to it. I can control how I let it affect me. And you know what? I'm too busy winning at life to let it affect me, right? I'm winning, you're losing, right? Because people who are winners, people who are happy in life, they don't do shit like that, right? Good people, right? You don't even have to be winning, man. Good people. Okay, good people don't care what other people are doing. Good people are all about live and let live, right? They don't care about what other people are doing. I mean, unless you're doing something that is, you know, harmful to another person, obviously, you know, or harmful, something that can, you know, if you're like trying to like light a tree on fire or something like that, you know, I mean, yeah, understandable. Somebody has to say something, right? if you're trying to, if you're trying to like throw rocks at somebody's business and break their windows, I mean, yeah, different story, right? But obviously I'm talking about, hey, just live and let live. If somebody's wants to be who they are and, they're out there picking up girls or doing whatever, they're just being them, mind your own business, right? Mind your own business. Okay? Be happy, because good people, they don't care what you do, right? It's just the cunts of the world, because they're constantly looking for somebody to be like, oh, ooh, look, right? They're constantly doing it because they're so miserable with their own lives. They're so unhappy. And again, I've been dealing with human interaction for decades now. I've dealt with people from all sorts of backgrounds, all sorts of different cultures, all sorts of different ages. And one thing that never changes is, when they have that cunt gene where they're just cunty like that and they're just an angry person, you just can't change it. Okay, I mean, you just can't. You can't help them. I mean, the only person that can help them is themselves. But like I said, you can very much control how it affects you and how you respond to it. Not react, but respond to it. Okay? And you would be surprised how much more energy you'll have when you just develop the skill of just letting things go. And just focus on yourself and focus on your own backyard, right? And worry about yourself. Okay? And you know what? Just because you watch this coaching video doesn't mean that you're not going to walk out there and you're going to deal with another cunt of the world who's going to try to stick you in your head. It's going to happen, right? It happens to me at least a few times per week because I'm out there all the time. You got drunk idiot. You're surrounded by like drunk idiots, and you're surrounded by jealous boyfriends, jealous girlfriends, just all sorts of people in these venues, right? I just don't have time to let it affect me anymore. When I was very, very much younger, even then when I was younger, I used to kind of be amused by that. Like, why are people so angry? I was always amused by it. But even when I got older, I was like, man, I don't have time to deal, because I was going out so much. I'm like, I'm dealing with, multiple cunty people per week. I don't have time to deal with every single one of them and go home and think about what they said or what they did. I just don't have time for it. I'm just like, okay, whatever, dude. That's your karma. That's not mine. And they actually do have a saying in the karmic world. I think it goes something like, how you treat me is your karma. How I respond to you is my karma. Okay? So remember that. How you treat me is your karma, and how I respond to you is my karma. Something to kind of ponder on, right? So, like I said, just because we had this talk, tomorrow when you walk out your door or later on tonight, you could come across a cunty person who'll try to put you in your head. But you know what? You have control over that. You can choose to not let it affect you, or you can choose to let it affect you. Okay? And when you let it affect you, you're giving that person exactly what they wanted. An easy target, right? And if you want to talk shit back to them, feel free to do that too. Sometimes I do it just for fun, but just realize, as long as you're doing it from a place where, you're not sinking to their level, right? And I mean, there have been times where I've gone after some of these cunts. I mean, like, I've been at a venue. It's normally not when they're coming after me. It's usually when I see them coming after a student or somebody who is more like defenseless. I kind of go into like big brother mode, or like father figure mode, right? Or protector mode, where I feel like I have to throw it back in their face. I don't know. I mean, a lot of times it's coming from a place of my own amusement, but in some other ways it's coming from a place where I feel like I need to give them a taste of their own medicine. So you might feel like that too sometimes. Like, you got to give this person a taste of their own medicine, because sometimes that's the only way a person learns, right? And I can think of one of the last times in particular, there was this chick who was cutting down. He wasn't one of my students, but he was a guy that I used to see go to this venue a lot, and he was kind of socially awkward, and he was just trying to get better at talking to girls. And he's a really innocent guy. He wasn't trying to do any harm or anything like that, but this girl didn't like the way he approached her, and she just started annihilating him and just cutting him down. It just, because I knew him in passing, I kind of stepped in and I started throwing it back at her. And then she looked at me and she was like, oh, so you want to butt in, huh? Oh, and she tried to get loud and do all that. And immediately I called her out for that. And I was like, oh, don't even try to get loud. Don't try to get loud, get all this attention for yourself. Don't try to get these beta orbiters to try to protect you. It ain't gonna work, you know, and I started like going after her, and she started like backing up more and more, because I know how to control social situations, whether I have to raise my voice, I have to get in the person's face, whatever I have to do. But then I started basically returning the favor and cutting her down in return for cutting him down, right? Because she like seriously put him in his head, and I could see like he literally looked like he was about to cry, and I was like, oh no, that ain't happening, man. And so I jumped in, and yeah, I just started cutting her down. Like I could tell she dyes her hair blonde, right, but the roots were starting to show. I was like, you got to make sure you dye the roots, right? You got to make sure you dye the roots, girl. And I'm like, if you're gonna buy hair dye, make sure that you're not buying it at Rite Aid, at the same place you're getting your makeup. So, I mean, I was just cutting her down. She was like buying Rite Aid makeup, and I started making fun of her clothes and her shoes, and started accusing her of shopping at Kmart. The funny thing is, it just goes back to basic trolling, like being in 7th grade all over again. And I was always good at that in 7th grade. So anyway, I put this girl in her head, and she literally just ended up walking away out of embarrassment, because she could not fight back, right? She could not verbally spar with me. I mean, I'm in field all the time. I'm super calibrated, and whatever she would try to say to me would just completely just bounce right off of me, and then I would go on to the next attack and like just completely like insult her. And it just got to the point where she finally just had enough, and she's like like she literally walked away like that, and I felt pretty good. And this guy felt much better about himself too, because I was like, see, I'm like, you know, she's nobody special, right? Anyway, I don't know why I decided to share that story, but yeah, guys, don't let the cunts of the world put you in your head, male or female, right? Don't let them do it. And that's all I have to say for tonight's coaching video. So until next time, this is Matt Cross from Alpha Male Secrets. Don't forget to smash that like button below. Also hit that notification bell so that you're notified whenever I release a brand new coaching video here on YouTube. More importantly, guys, please make sure you subscribe to my channel. Really helps me out a ton when you guys subscribe, okay? Because YouTube is constantly changing their algorithm, and they're constantly unsubscribing people from channels like mine in particular, because they don't like what I'm teaching you guys. They don't like that I'm teaching you guys how to be better men, right? Please make sure you subscribe to my channel, and also share my coaching videos with your buddies and like-minded friends and like-minded coworkers and family members, so we could really start creating a movement here and getting more guys on board and getting more guys red-pilled and unplugging more guys from the blue pill matrix. It helps everybody out when you share red pill content like this, when you share coaching videos like mine, okay? And for you guys who want to support my work and support all of this red pill content I'm teaching guys here even further, the best way to do that is by becoming a premium subscriber of my premium Alpha Male Secrets channel, which I am hosting on a private platform away from YouTube. And the reason I'm doing that is to protect my content, okay? In the event that YouTube tries to shut us down, protect my content, protect you guys. Right now, the first month is only $1, so it's only $1 for the entire first month of premium Alpha Male content from me. So take advantage of it. You're gonna learn a ton. You're gonna learn about health, fitness, dating advice even. We're gonna be diving into all those things, helping you to become a better man, a more masculine man, and of course more alpha in today's highly feminized, highly competitive, emasculated, and pussified world, right? So you're gonna gain a lot of value from it. And again, the first month is only $1, okay? And I'm only charging $1 for the first month because I really want you to check it out. I want you to see it for yourself and see what it's about before you make a larger investment in anything. You know, whether it's any of my programs or if you continue on with the program. I want you to check it out for yourself. Get signed up, it's only $1. Click that link below in my description box. It will take you over to my website where you can get signed up right now. Just takes 2 seconds, so do that now, and I will see you in my next coaching video.